Good morning. I'm back with another floss tube, season 5, episode 42. And floss tube is where I talk about primarily cross stitching, but also other hobbies like crochet or journaling or reading, quilting. Yeah. But today is primarily going to be about cross stitching and my reading. So, all right. So, let me go through all the Halloween. Well, no, I'm going, all the Halloween first. So, I worked on, with Addie from Addie's Crossing Quilts, me and her were doing 13 weeks of Halloween. Now I had 4 whips left in my Halloween bag because of course I added extra. And I decided to try to get as many of them as I can. So the first one is A Spooky Night by Tiny Modernist. And I worked on this jack-o'-lantern here. I only got 250 stitches. I stitched on it until I wasn't feeling it. So, there's that one. Then I also worked on All Hallows Eve, which is by Joan Elliott. And I got 350 stitches on it. So I worked down here and here, this area. Oh yeah, and I finished the other side of the owl. I think right now I'm working on this section here. This is one that I want to finish next year, for sure. So, that was 2 with 4. Then I worked on a Venora. This one, the day I was working on it, my eyes were giving me trouble. So I wasn't able to work on it as long as I wanted to. But, and it's hard to see, but I did several lines going there and some of the specialty flosses right there. But I'm putting both of them. This is on 32 count. Linen, I think it was by Jody from the Steadfast Stitchers. I forget the name of it. But yeah, all I got done on it was, where are you? Oh, 300. And then my eyes were like, you're not doing this. You're not doing this at all. Not today. But that was number 3. Then I also worked on Greta Goldbroom. So on her, and this is the Bella Filipina, I finished her sleeve here. I did all the beading and the back stitching for this page. And I finished off the page. And then I've started this page down here. I think she's looking good. I got 200 stitches on her. Okay, so that was all the Halloween ones. What's this? Yeah, okay. Now I remember. Then I worked on, well, I'll show you that one later, but I worked on a new start, and I started it with Addie. So I've been looking for that, no wonder. Just caught up with this. Okay, so started working on the Black Needle Society, the Graveyard Wanderer. Now I started in the center, went up, and now I subbed in some specialty flosses, so I was trying to get them all on there so I could see them. Yeah. So that was a new start, and it was 200 stitches. When I do new starts and I'm subbing in flosses, I like to get some on there before I put it up, so then I can think about it, and by the next time I pick it up, I can decide. You know, seeing it with fresh eyes, and I can decide. Then another one we started was the Lore Keeper, which from Raven Coven Stitchery, and that's all I got done. I got 300 stitches on it. This day was a really busy day for me, and I did not get very much done at all. In fact, 300 stitches was it, but I had a lot going on, plus it was Halloween. So got those there. Then okay, so now if my grandkids are watching, turn your heads, fast forward, whatever, don't look. Okay, I finished one. That's who it's for. Yeah, so I was really happy with this and how it turned out, and now just to make it into the gift. And then I turned around and another new start. So this was a week of one finish, and let's see, 1, 2, 3 new starts. But this is for another one of my granddaughters, and it's the K-pop Demon Hunters. Yeah, so I'll put a picture. So yeah, that's where I am on it, and I can't wait to work on it some more. I will be working on it more this week. Then the last thing I worked on, and I worked on it over Saturday and Sunday, which is November. So up until this point, it's all been in October still. But this one I did a little bit in October and more in November. So I finally have this column done. Oh wait, no, I'm missing one stitch. You might as well say I got this column done. Then I want to go over here and finish this column. And then that way it's just filling in the center. But this is Jelly World, the Haid for 2025. And yes, I've signed up for the Haid sale for next year. But I'm not going to push for a finish. I am just going to push for the 6 pages to be done so I can get all the patterns that were in the sale, because I like 4, 5 of them. But the one I'm going to be working on is the dragonflies, which are just gorgeous. So, yeah, I am positively going to be working on this one this week and giving it plenty of love. Okay. Then, also in October, I worked on the dimension kit, checking his list. I really should take that out of there, but it is what it is. I keep saying that, and it's still in there. And that's what I've got done. So I did 500 stitches, primarily through here, and then going down. So this is the beginning of Santa's hat, and I'm going back and forth and going wherever the thread takes me. So that was part of the 12 weeks of Christmas that me and Addie are doing. And I've got to, let me go ahead and spin for that now. So for the 12 weeks of Christmas, me and Addie are picking different whips each week to count that's Christmas related in some way, Christmas or winter. And so that was last week's for me. So this week, let's see, Winter Ride. Okay, that is another gift. That's another gift for one of my grandchildren. So that's the one I will be working on this week, probably today. And I don't have it pulled out because I didn't know which one it was. And I think that's all the ones. Oh, and then for Nora November, Nora November is something else. A lot of people are doing it, but me and Addie discussed which ones we wanted to do together. And I picked Christmas Elegance for the first 2 days. All I did was work in this area here. So that's as wide as it is. And as you can see, I've got quite a bit of fabric left on the side. I worked on her 200 stitches, and that was it. Then I needed to work on my Jelly World, which I did. So that is going up. And the second for this week, for Nora November, I am working on Cathedral Woods Goddess. And let me show you where I'm at. Here. That is her. And I don't have much done on her, and I need to do a lot more. And that's all I've got so far. Yeah. So that's why she is picked. And she's on a no-name fabric by Be Stitch Me, 18 count Ada. Yeah. And I got everything in here for her. So I will be working on her probably tomorrow. Yeah. And then I will be working on the K-pop and Jelly World. So those are the 4 whips I plan on working on this week, if I remember right. Wait, I think I had a new start to plan too. Let's see. I thought I had it written down in here. Nope, I don't. I know I had one in here. Oh yeah, Mother Nature Autumn. I'm going to start sometime this month. I'm not sure when, but I've already got the fabric picked out and all. So, and that's from a Just Cross Stitch magazine. Okay, so that's all the cross stitching. Now for the haul. All right, so for my beading, I needed some more of these. These are little sticky pads that they use in diamond painting, okay? And instead of, let me get this one out. Beading Bob, something like that. That's why that okay, there. Instead of using these, which gets dirty really, really fast, and you can't really wash them. These you can wash, and they still stay tacky. So, like with so I got one in there, and I put the symbol and the number and the beads right there, and it fell in the thing. Yeah, so that's what I do with all my little tins. That way I can keep them all together. And let's see, I don't have one set up for her, but I do have a tin that, where are you? Yep. So I will be putting them, no, not this one. I'm gonna find a bigger tin. But that's what I do with all my tins and all, the way I recycle them. And so I got 6 more of these. Yeah. And I got them off of Amazon. And I much rather use these in a tin than this. For one, with a tin, I can put the packs of beads in there. With this, I can't. This, I can reuse for multiple projects. This one gets so dirty, can't. Okay, then, set those there. I got some small book icon stickers. Now, there's 2 pages of those, small audio book stickers, and small ebook stickers. Then, the spice ratings and star ratings. But star ratings, there's 5 sheets in all. Then there are 2, 3, 4, 10 sheets of the book tracker. And I'm thinking about using one of these each month. So, for next year, not this year. And then with those, I just got some rating stickers because, you know, it all came together. And I'm only going to show a couple of these. Like, reading is dreaming with your eyes open. Excuses to buy new books. And nothing to read, had a bad day, had a good day, finished a book. Treat yourself to a book. I like big books, and I cannot lie. Support your local library. I don't need therapy. I just need more books. Listening to audiobooks is reading. Yes, it is. Read banded books. And there's I'm not going to go through all of them, but you get the idea. So, those will go in here. Come on, go back in. I know, crinkle, crinkle. There. Then I also got a couple stamps, which I've been printing off, and I'm happy and I'm not, and I'm constantly changing things up. So my idea was to get, this is the first one I looked at, and because I don't like my handwriting. So diverse reading, book club pick, favorite book, reading log, buddy reads, visual time to read, you know, and all the basic things, author, format, length. As you can see, some are not on here because I already have them. Where'd you go? On here. And this is my idea. I've got tons of these little pads, but I could put what I want. And I'm thinking about not putting all three, just putting one and putting the one that it is. But this way I can mix and match to what I want. And then I got this one because it's got the reading tracker and it had those. I like the stack of books, and it had the fire one and the crying one. I also had a start date and end date, but that did not print well. So, yeah. So, that was all of these for that part of the haul. Then, okay, I got books. So, for the Onyx Storm, I got the paperback. I like to annotate, but I did not want to write in my hardback. But paperbacks, I don't mind. And this one came with gorgeous, come on, end papers. So, and it's metallic-y and it's pretty, and yes. So for the next time I read Onyx Storm, I can annotate in this one. I like it. Then I started doing reviews, ARC reviews, and this was the first book, and oh my God, it was good. It was so good. So this girl keeps, when she's a child, keeps having nightmares and all. And everybody says, you know, it's just a nightmare, ignore it. And then she thinks she sees ghosts and everything else. And her and her best friend want to go investigate this one place that they think is haunted. And they go one night and something happens. And then afterwards, all of her group of friends slowly stop talking to her. And it's her senior year, and her last part of her senior year is horrible. No friends or anything. And so the day after graduation, she leaves. Well, one of the friends, the one that tried to stay in touch with her and all, dies. and she goes back for his funeral. And things start happening. So, she thinks something is wrong with the town. Her friends do not want to hear conspiracy theories and about ghosts and everything else. So, everything starts happening. It is good. It is really good. So, In the Shadow of Roots and Wings by A.D. Braziliu. Sorry if I did not say your name right. And, okay, so I got a e-copy of the book. Yeah, I went ahead and bought it because I really enjoyed it that much. It keeps you in the story. It grips you and keeps you in the story the whole time. Then, now, last year, everybody knows about the free libraries. You know, they're just neighborhood library, little boxes where you can go, put a book, take a book, etc. And everybody just donates books and picks out new ones. Well, last year, there was none in my area. I was going to have to drive 30 or 40 minutes to go to the closest one. No. So I decided to look up again because it's been a while. And now there's several around me. So Friday, when I had my doctors, I went to one free library that was close to my doctor's office. This is what the box looked like, and the book's in it. And the two I got from it was a book of the month, The Kingdom of Sweets, and this is a reimagining of the Nutcracker, and takes place in December. So I will be reading this one next month for sure. Then this one just looked too good not to read, and it had Anne Rice with thing. I love Anne Rice. Come to find out, this is Anne Rice's sister. So, never read any of hers, which is really a shame. The Silver Wolf. I'm going to try and get to it this month to read it. So, cannot wait to read that one. Then I went to the second one, and this is what inside the box looked like. I forgot to take pictures of the outside. And now both of these, I've left 3 books in each one, and I took 2 books out of them. I've been wanting to read more classics, and I don't own any classics. So I saw this one. It was in good shape, and I've never read it, so I got it. Pride and Prejudice, Jane Austen. Yeah. Yes. So, I don't know when I'll be reading it, but I want to read it. Then, I've always been a fan of Dean Koontz, and I think I've got book 1 somewhere over there. But this is book 2, City of the Night. Yes. So, happy about all those. So, these 4 did not cost me anything. And I donated 6 books in all that I had already read that I did not want to keep. So I'm going to keep going off and on to the different ones in my area. And that is it. I am still reading Red City, but I plan on finishing it this morning. And then I'm going to start on my TBR list. Well, I've already started some of them for the book clubs and all that. I put up a video for my TBR game of the books I want to read for this month. I don't know which one I'm going to pull out next. But yeah, I plan to. But anyway, that is it. I hope everyone has a blessed day, and I will see you next week.